White House columnist at thehill.com. Niall, thanks so much for staying with us.
Of course, Natasha.
Let's start with Senator J.D. Vance's claim that former President Trump would not sign a national abortion ban into law. What do you make of this?
I think it's a response to a political problem for Republicans, that problem being that they are, politically speaking, on the wrong side of the abortion issue, certainly when they are proposing the strictest abortion bans. What we have seen since the Dobbs decision is really abortion working for Democrats' electoral advantage. And even former President Trump himself suggested that the Republican Party's underwhelming performance in the 2022 midterms was as a consequence of the party's messaging on abortion. So I think J.D. Vance is trying to, get himself and his running mate at the top of the ticket out of a bit of a tight corner there.
Yeah, and Niall, I do want to turn with the time we have to the battleground states. What are the chances that Trump can flip the blue wall, including Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin?
Those are the more uphill battles for him among these half-dozen battleground states. The battleground states basically split into two camps, those blue wall states and the states that are in the south or southwest, those being Georgia, Nevada, and Arizona. The blue wall states are the ones in which Vice President Harris is stronger, and so that will be obviously a very high-stakes battle. If former President Trump could flip Pennsylvania, for example, he would put himself much closer to a second term in the White House.
Yeah, tell me, in your mind, will it likely come down to Pennsylvania? Is that still the state that you're watching, or is the map changing?
I think it's still the state that everyone is watching because it is the largest of the battleground states. It has more electoral college votes than any other. Having said that, Natasha, what we've certainly seen over the past month is just how fluid this race is, how much things can change in a very short time in politics. It's not that long ago that the Democrats thought they were electorally dead and buried with President Biden as the nominee. Obviously, this race has been completely transformed. There could easily be a few more twists in the tail yet.
Yes, certainly. And we heard Kurt Bardella there saying that he believes that Kamala Harris is still the underdog in this race. Do you agree with him?
I don't really, but I understand the merits from a Democratic perspective of running as if you are the underdog. In our polling average at the Hill and Decision Desk HQ, we have Vice President Harris leading the national polls now. Now, this does get complicated. Democrats typically need to carry the popular vote nationwide by 2 or 3 points in order to win in the Electoral College. But I don't think you can really call Vice President Harris the underdog today. In a month's time, it may be different.
Always appreciate it. Niall Stanage, not only covering the DNC on the ground in Chicago all week long, going right back to D.C., and we're putting you to work on a Saturday and a Sunday. We really appreciate the analysis and time, as always. Thank you so much.
I wouldn't like to miss a conversation with you, Natasha.
Very kind. Niall, thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.